DNH volleyball coach Diane Harms joins me, just short there in that conference championship match with Denver. What would you say are the ultimate factors for that one from your perspective?
Denver stayed very aggressive. We went a little bit more into tip roll molding and weren't quite as aggressive as we had been. And you have to stay aggressive when you play a really solid team like Denver. So we made some strides and some headway. We just got to keep working, and our girls got to stay aggressive. When the game gets tighter, we're trying to make a comeback.
How would you describe that second set, being able to bounce back from some leads slipping away in that first set?
Our girls are pretty determined. We've done that a couple times throughout the season and everything like that. It's rather focusing, taking care of our job, and like I mentioned before, we just got to stay aggressive.
Some standout players here tonight. Well, I guess first of all, you guys were playing without your main setter, Kayla Meester. I guess first of all, what's happened like for you guys adjusting to that?
So Kaylin rolled her ankle last night in practice. So really, and it was at the end of practice, so we really didn't have much time. Ruby has set coming up through, and so she did a really nice job for us. And we put Bryn Peterson in at libero. I thought Bryn did really well too. And we just talked about, if everybody just takes care of what everybody is supposed to do, it doesn't matter who we have where, type of a thing. And I thought everybody did a nice job. At different times, everybody really did some good things, made some really great plays throughout the night for us.
Aubrey Ash had a lot of big swings here tonight. Several times she dove after balls, I think maybe 3 and then a single point at one point. So what can you say about her performance tonight, being able to come out
just
like
that grit and determination to stay focused and try to get after the ball, to give us a chance and not let the ball hit the floor. They all have their moments. She's a wonderful player for us, and so she was scoring for us on the outside, and defensively she was giving us everything, getting after those balls. So great effort on her part.
And you had a sophomore, Emmy Sayer, come in and come up with some really clutch points sometimes where you really needed some points, so you got them from her.
Yeah, Emmy comes in, she's a little bit of a higher jumper, a little bit of a higher contact point and everything for us, and she stepped up and made some really big swings for us at critical times to get us a side out and get things turned back going our way or to stop a run. So yeah, she really stepped up in big moments.
Even though you fell short in the championship match, what kind of accomplishment is this for this team, being able to finish second in this conference tournament this year?
As we talked before, this conference, is top to bottom. There's really never an easy night, and you have to play hard. Tuesday night we had to play hard in our 2 matches. Tonight we had to play hard in your 2 matches. That a play here, a play there. Denver's very solid. They put together that run in the first set to come back and take that. We let that slip away a little bit, but to their credit, they made the plays when they needed to make the plays, and then they got the momentum in the 3rd set.
And with postseason right around the corner, what are going to be the biggest X factors for you guys to make sure you're full speed ahead once that first match?
Just working on a few things, trying to limit the runs. So they went on a couple of runs, so we got to figure out a way to stop the runs and get out of runs a little sooner.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the time tonight.
Thank you.